Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, I've just finished the World of Warcraft leveling stream number 3, which was the New Year's stream. I streamed from 2017 to 2018, and that was absolutely awesome. I've always wanted to do that for some reason, bucket list, if you will. And it's done. It's accomplished. I've done it. That's awesome. And to share that moment of celebrating New Year's on stream with you fine folks, those of you who joined me live in chat, is super cool. So first of all, thank you guys so much for hanging out in chat, for posting your questions, and for all the interaction. That is awesome. Thank you. Now I'm gonna warn you, this vlog for week number 4, it's technically for week number 5, but I missed a week because I was on my Christmas vacation, and the week before I didn't really make a vlog, but I did put out, no, I didn't stream, sorry, but I did put out vlog number 3. So this is going to be vlog number 4. And if I seem like I'm jumbling with my words, and if I'm not right, that's because I've had a lot of alcohol tonight. I was drinking on stream. So I do apologize if this is going to be the worst Warcraft leveling vlog ever. But I'm going to do it because. So let's get started. So from the last vlog, I stopped at Outland, as you guys know, and that's the Burning Crusade content. And over the past 2.5 weeks, I've been slowly making my way throughout the different zones, from the Hellfire Peninsula, then moving into the marshes, and then going down to Nagrand, and then the Shadowmoon Valley. So because I missed like 2 weeks of not streaming, I can tell you a little bit about my experience in Outland so far, as being as it's the first WoW expansion. At the very beginning, Hellfire Peninsula, I think I said it both on stream and in vlog 3 that the questing progressions seem pretty natural. I like the flow, and of course the different types of content there, like the inclusion of the PvP strongholds and stuff. That was fun. And as you get deeper into the different maps, things start to shake up a bit, especially towards the end there, including in Saturday's stream, which was the late night chill. You saw me picking up a lot of group quests. So at the expansion now, they're introducing, or the TBC expansion, they introduced like group quests that you can pick up, like 3-man quests, 4-man quests, and then the 5-man quests, which gives you, upon completion, a pretty hefty sum of experience points, provided you guys complete it. And for me, in my experience, especially when I was playing solo, yep, I'm in a guild, as I've mentioned previously, but trying to pug like just random landscape people to come and do these group quests with me, I found pretty difficult. I know there's a way in game to like advertise for an open group or a landscape group to do that, but I chose not to. I don't know how long that would have taken to find a group. But from a solo player's perspective, I did not really complete those quests because at the time I thought, that's not something I want to do. In terms of story, look, the Outland stuff at the very beginning, there was a sense of urgency that I liked. Okay, we've come now through the portal into this planet, or into this land where there's so much history there about how the orcs came to Azeroth and the bad blood that's there, especially with the native races, and how the Legion has impacted them, and how the orcs that have been turned or corrupted has also impacted that. So a lot of that remnants of that story and how the races, the native races were being affected, was really interesting to me. I like learning stuff like that, and this expansion offered a lot of that. So from a storytelling point of view, the Outland progression in each map had some form of that. In the dungeons too as well. I did a whole bunch of dungeons between the marshes all the way up to the Shadowmoon Valley. I think that's the most fun I've had in dungeons so far, because the fights, like when I compare it to like the vanilla game dungeons, they were very much tank and spank. But then when you come to the Outland dungeons, I could really see them introducing like more mechanics, and you have to be aware of certain stuff. I mean, it's not much because of how fast these mobs die and how fast the boss goes down anyway, but at least I can see them, with the newer or with the expansion dungeons, that quality is increasing there. I really should not be doing this after an alcohol-induced stream. I'm making it hard for myself to do it right now, and I'm probably making it hard for you guys to watch. Let's continue. So this weekend, the New Year weekend, I completed 2 streams: the late night chill on Saturday, and then of course last night's, or tonight's leveling stream. And on Saturday, I pretty much just wrapped out the outline. As I said, I just left the group quest alone, wrapped up the landscape quest in Shadow Moon Valley, and then moved on to the next expansion, Wrath of the Lich King. So I took a detour to my home city, my Alliance city, which is Stormwind, because my bags were full, and I wanted to go and sell my hides, leather, cloth, and stuff. And I go into the auction house, and holy shit, it's turned into a nightclub. There were so many people just dancing around. I don't know if that is like a game thing. Was it intentional, or is it something that a player could produce? Is it an item that you do, or is it Blizzard just turning on the auction house into party mode, which I thought was fantastic. I did not expect that at all. I think it's probably for the New Year celebration, I suppose. Or maybe they turn it on during all the festivals or the festive seasons. So that was really cool. I had no control over my character, just to see myself dancing on the floor. I got turned into some owlbear looking thing. And yeah, that was pretty cool. The sucky part is I can't really use the auction house, but then someone on stream later pointed out that there is a second auction house in the Dwarven district, so I should probably go there next time. I don't think the dwarves are much of dancers anyway. Also, before we talk about Wrath of the Lich King, look, Outland, I got my first taste of flying. I hit level 60, I got the flying mount, I bought myself a white griffin and took to the skies, and that is my first proper flying experience on a mountain, any MMORPG. I mean, I've played Guild Wars 2 where they've only this year introduced the Griffin mount, which could glide, but you could never, take off vertically and go as high as you can in the sky, and then just, the freedom of movement, I suppose the best way to describe it. Now that I have a flying mount and I've experienced flying in an MMO, I don't ever want to go back, because that's like the best thing ever. Just the whole, as I said, the freedom of movement, the ability to see and observe the landscape from high above. Some of the best views I've enjoyed so far in World of Warcraft, in terms of seeing the size, the scope, and the scale of the maps, and the design of the cities. And when you go to Stormwind and you take off all the way to the top and you look down at the city, that was superb. I loved that. So my first flying experience ever in any MMO has been enjoyable. I loved it. I don't know how I can go back to a ground mount now. If there's future WoW expansions where they have maps where it's only ground mounts, I'm gonna have a hard time adjusting, because flying, man, that's so cool. But it's also expensive. I mean, as for me as a new player, I've got no legacy characters, I've got no heirloom, I don't have any gold, so I spent a chunk of money just training for flying. I think the total was like 400 gold or something like that, which is pretty hefty at the time. But yeah, flying, 2 thumbs up, love it. Alright, let's talk about the second expansion, Wrath of the Lich King, which I started on tonight's stream. So I got to Northrend via the boat in Stormwind City, which, I still think, look, the boat traveling system is kind of cool, but that whole waiting for the ship to come and all is kind of old school, isn't it? Like, I don't understand how you could go to Outland using a portal in the Mage's Tower, but you gotta take a boat to go to Northrend. That doesn't really make sense for me, simply because of, that ease of transportation to an older zone is much easier than to go to a newer zone. So I don't quite understand why there isn't like a instant travel with a portal there, but it's fine. The boat didn't take too long, but you still have to wait, I suppose because it's a free ride. Upon arriving in Northrend, like, the first few quests really piqued my interest, because I know who the Lich King is from my days of playing, of course, Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne, and reading the Arthas book and everything, the novel. So I do have an idea of what I could expect, or what's waiting for me in this expansion. And a lot of the early quests that I did on stream, they were talking about this cult of the damned or whatever that supported the Lich King, and I'm just hoping that there will be a quest chain that explores that further, takes me closer to the Lich King and Arthas. And I don't know if we'll us, the player, or me, the player, is going to have to confront him. I'm sure it's not going to be a landscape quest, because from what I've seen and experienced, that's not the pattern of how WoW does things. It's probably either going to be in a dungeon or in a raid. I haven't researched this because I don't want to spoil it for myself, and I'm sure you guys that are interested in seeing what I, a new player jumping into WoW, you guys must have had a lot of experience. You guys may already know the answer. Don't spoil it for me, please. But I have a feeling it's probably going to be in a raid or something. But it's kind of cool, you know, seeing them lay the groundwork of what the story of this zone is going to be. And then further on, you know, they've got the undead creatures all of a sudden attacking this little town and keep here in the first map in Northrend, and it really reminded me of Starship Troopers, which was kind of cool. That's like my guilty pleasure movie. So lots of cool stuff really at the beginning, and so far, unlike Outland, when I got to Outland in the last expansion, I think it was the first quest map, the Hellfire Peninsula, right? Once you start picking up quests and you complete the first introductory train of quests. Okay, this alcohol is really stopping me from speaking properly. So you complete a chest and a quest in Outland, and then more quests will pop up, and then they'll send you all over the place, right? Whereas in Northrend, like the first area, the tundra, I forgot what the name was, Borean Tundra or something. I mean, it just flows really nice. You get a bunch of quests. It doesn't really send you all over the place as much as Outland did. I don't know if that's going to change or not, but so far, questing flow, great. I've only done one dungeon on stream. I can't remember the name, because with random dungeons, I'm like the only one who's like a new player who wants to play dungeons at a slower pace, so I can read the quests in there, read the objectives, know who the villains are, know who the dungeon bosses are, and why we're killing them. But so far with random dungeons, especially on stream, I'm not being given that time and freedom to do so. So maybe in future streams I'll probably bring more friends on, more people from my Discord, maybe some of you subscribers as well that want to join me for dungeon runs. I'll probably have one dungeon run stream where I can play with you guys, subscribers and viewers. I think that'll be cool, and that way I can take my time to, you know, read dungeon quests and stories and stuff like that. But my first couple of hours in Northrend has been pretty fun so far. I would rate my first few hours in Northrend better and more fun in terms of storytelling, simply because, you know, this is Arthur's zone. Lich King is here, and I'm excited about that because that is a person I know, that is a name I'm familiar with from the lore, so I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of it, you know, what kind of content we'll get from that. So I definitely am enjoying this a lot more than maybe my first couple of hours in Outland. So that's it for this vlog, I suppose. I've said all I wanted to say. And for 2018, you know, when I started WoW last year, I was spending a maximum of 2 hours a day just trying to level through the game and seeing as much as I could see. For 2018, I'm going to up that to like 3 to 4 hours a day, which means that, you know, I'm probably going to get less sleep overall this year because I'm going to be working a lot to bring guys more videos. But I want to wrap up World of Warcraft at 110 by the end of January so I can put out the review as soon as possible, because there's so much more I want to do with the channel, so many more games I want to jump into, so I'm gonna have to increase my own workload here. But it's all for the benefit of the channel, and so you guys can see the review faster as well. So that's it for this week's vlog. Again, thank you to everybody that was on the streams, and thank you for, you know, hanging out and watching and interacting with me. You know, I've said it before in the past, and I'll say it forever. Interacting with you guys on stream, in the chat, answering your questions, you know, just talking to you guys has been one of the best things to ever happen to me in my channel, because as a socially awkward person, you know, to be able to break out of my shell and talk to people from all over the world in different time zones, from different cultures, to talk about this one passion that we share, MMOs, is such a gift. Thank you guys so much. And with that, I'm going to end the vlog with a happy New Year. Welcome to 2018. If you're watching this in 2018, this is 2018. I'm recording this in 2018, but happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great celebration, and I'll see you guys at the next video. So once again, I'm Adrian. Drink responsibly. I like red wine. I don't know if you do, but if you do, thumbs up to you. If you don't drink, I apologize. And see you guys at the next video. I am doing more damage the longer I talk. Later, guys. Hey, welcome to the end screen. If you've made it this far, it means you've watched the entire video, and I thank you very much for that. If you want to watch more videos, you can click the cards at the bottom here, anyone would do. And you can subscribe to my channel by hitting the big round button here to get notifications on all my latest videos. See you guys in the next video.